What's happening, everybody? It is Wednesday, hump day. You know what time it is, 9 a.m. on the DOT. That means we on time. Can you dig it? We talking about episode 15. We talking about the last show of 2017. We talking about Kreg and Stewart of Disorderly Conduct. Gonna get you over that hump, baby. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Disorderly Conduct in the building. Kreg, K-Mac, one and only CEO of Disorderly Conduct, the King of Content, bringing you the realness, the rawness, everyday life. We speak it and we live it out here, Shelton.
All day, every day, man. Either way, you gotta wake up. You gotta get up. But no, don't give up. You hear what I said? Get up. But don't ever give up. That's what we're gonna keep you motivated and educated. And if you're thirsty, hydrated. Can you dig it? It is all good. King of content in the building with Think About It Radio once again. Last show of 2017, as I mentioned, and in a hype intro. As my wife, she always say I be coming in hype all the time, but I'm just a hype person. I just enjoy another day, man. Another day, another opportunity at life, another chance to come here and speak to you great people and to speak to the great fans and interact. Man, it's just a great thing to me, man. Great thing. Mr. Kreg H. Stewart, tell the people what do you do, where you are, how they can get a hold of you, and how they can support Disorderly Conduct and the movement that it is.
And make sure you're going to follow the Facebook page, Disorderly Conduct, ENT. I am there with my man, Harlem James, man, making it happen. Giving the people real conversations, real talk. We go live every Friday, 7:30 p.m.-ish. We make it happen. We do what we're supposed to do with black men on the show and provide people the news and the stuff that they need to hear that's not from Fox or CNN. We are strictly hood news.
But it's good news, right? You say hood news, but it's good news, right?
News is good news. We're making sure we're keeping it authentic. I want people to know this, that authenticity and originality is our whole goal of the entire show. If we don't come off authentic, or come off as real as men, as black men, we hold a high responsibility to making sure that we are being ourselves, making sure that we are giving quality content, information back to everybody that comes to this organization.
Bottom line, Mr. Kreg A. Stewart. Bottom line, man. How's the rest of 2017 looking for you, man, in your business and what you've been doing, some of the ups and downs? How's it looking for you? Because I know we got a few days left, right, in this thing. You know, how's it been? How's it been for you? I guess I would rather say that. How's 2017 been for you, my brother?
Man, 2017 has been one hell of a year. Probably the most craziest year I've had in my entire life. I say that because the first part of the year, I had literally no dreams, man, no goals, no aspirations of nothing. I was literally doing nothing, angry all the time, mad at the world, mad at everybody because my life wasn't where it was supposed to be. And I'm just taking it out on my wife, I'm taking it out on my son, and I'm taking it out, most importantly, on myself. I wasn't happy with nothing that I was doing. And I had to find some peace somewhere. I had to find something within myself to be like, okay, Kreg, it's time for a change. And I hit that April, May mark where it set in, it kicked in, where I was like, it's time for a change. And most of that was my son. Most of that was being 275 pounds with high blood pressure, sleep apnea, can't breathe, all that stuff. You know, now I'm at 230 pounds, man, 50-pound weight loss. 8 months later, I done started my dream podcast. I done started a podcast with you, my brother Shelton Fortenberry.
Yes, sir.
And 2017, I'll say this. 2017, I laid the foundation. I laid the foundation to start my dream, to okay, I kicked it in. I got it started, but now in 2018, it's really time for me to get uncomfortable. It's really time for me to step out here. It's really time for me to take it to the next level because I've seen where I've come from, and I can't go back to that guy that I was. So I'm doing everything I can in 2018 to make myself, like I said, uncomfortable as possible, motivated as possible, just being the best man that I can be mentally, physically, emotionally, with my family, with my wife, all of that. It's 2017, I laid the foundation to my life, and now I know my purpose. And so my purpose is being a better husband, being a better father, being a better me, being a better person, just pursuing with this podcast and keep going in like we doing every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And just, man, growing, evolving. That's what evolving, man. I've evolved into a whole different person, man. And it's crazy to think about where I was, but I can think about those times where I put the work in when I was 265 and I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. It was days that I didn't want to work out. It was days that, I never would have dreamed of being here, but when I told myself when I wasn't losing weight, I got stuck at a certain weight or things weren't going the way that I wanted, I said, as long as I'm working out every day, this body of mine is going to change. As long as I'm putting in the work with this podcast day, this is going to change. In 2017, like I said, I laid the foundation. Now it's time to build.
I think I've said this on the show before. When you walk into a house, you look at the walls, you look at the paintings, you look at the furniture, you look at all those things that a house possesses, right? Most of the time, people don't walk into a house and say, oh, my gosh, your foundation is beautiful. Your foundation is great. But that's the most important part of the house, because if that's not solid, then everything else is not going to stand for a long time, right? And not have the stability that it needs to have. So it's important to focus on your foundation, even though it's not seen, even though it's not bragged about, even though it's not something that people just go fix a whole lot of, put a whole bunch of time and attention into, right? That's the most important thing. And so I like how the fact, man, that you built your foundation. So now as 2018 comes, all you can do is just start putting up the boards, putting up the 4x4s, now putting up your walls, now putting in your rooms, because now you have something solid to put it on. Before it was just ideas, but it wasn't the effort. Now your ideas and your effort start matching, and then you start seeing the fruits of your effort. If anyone, say if you planted a tomato or something, right, a tomato plant or whatever in a little pot, right, and you really love tomatoes and you really want to plant tomatoes, are you really angry once that tomato plant starts growing and you may have to put it in another pot? You're never angry when growth happens, right? Because this growth is going to be positive growth. So who's angry? Oh, man, you dig what I'm saying? You're not mad because you have to go to Home Depot to get another pot. You're proud of your accomplishment, that you had something to live that long that's also going to sustain you and feed you, right? So growth is always a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Growth.
Always a good thing. Anything you doing to progress your life, to progress yourself, to be a better you, man, that's always positive. That's always going to be a benefit to yourself. I tell myself this every day. If I'm not working on my podcast, I'm working on myself. Which means I'm either working on my podcast or I'm going to the gym. If I don't do one or the other, something's wrong, because I haven't invested any time in myself this day. So I make sure that I put time into one of those areas every day, because one of those areas is going to lead me to where I want to be. I truly believe it, because I've seen where I've come from when I was doing nothing, sitting around just being a lazy-ass man, a lazy-ass father, a lazy-ass husband, to where I'm at now to, man, I take the small. I'm so happy to take the small things, Shelton, like for granted. Like I'm gonna give a couple of examples.
Right.
I used to walk from my car to my truck when I got to work every day. And when I tell you, bro, I would be dead tired. Like I didn't walk a whole mile or something. I can't breathe and all of this stuff. I couldn't. I was having problems bending my knees to open the trailer door, the back door, and close it. And now I can do that. Now I'm running to the trailer. Now I'm trying to fit exercise wherever I can into my schedule. Like I run from the car to the trailer now, or I run from the trailer to the car now. Like I look forward to that. Like I try to find that. Like I'll do push-ups outside of my truck now, or against the truck or whatever, just to find time to fit extra exercise into what I'm doing because I'm that determined not to go backwards.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How many push-ups can you do, man, non-stop, like before taking a break?
Listen, first of all, you trying to put me on blast right now?
No, bro. I was just asking, man. I was trying to make you blast, bro. Okay, translation for all those listening. That sounds like maybe not a whole lot before stopping. I'm just saying. I'm assuming here, but just by your reaction, my brother, the energy. I'm going to guess that's not a big number because you thought I was putting you on blast by asking a simple question in my mind.
Oh man, it's.
I'm just saying, brother.
No, you're right. It's hilarious because it's like from where I came from, man, where I couldn't do zero to now. I do mine and shit.
Right.
I do 20 a set. That's my thing. I just said every week I build myself up to where I build a tolerance, and I try to push myself, to go a few more than what I'm used to doing.
Right.
Every week I progress, like add a couple more, add a few more, just push my body and push myself to get to where I can do maybe at 50 or 100 or whatever at a time. But that's my goal. Like, I want to be able to do that. Like, I want to be able to push my body and push myself beyond those limits because
that's good.
I've been the guy that's been fat. And I tell people this all the time, like, I've been fat, I've been lazy, I've been all of that, and I've accomplished so much just being that guy. I want to see what it's like. If I could accomplish all of this being unhealthy and lazy as hell, I'm trying to see what I can be and accomplish at my peak, like my physical fitness, from mental to all of that. Like, I'm trying to be the best man that I can be in 2018, and I hope that makes sense.
That's beautiful. I mean, that's the thing, though. It takes a made-up mind to do that, though. You have to be unsatisfied where you are. See, again, you got comfortable being uncomfortable, and then all of a sudden that uncomfortability became uncomfortable, right? You said, you know what, you wanted to do more. You realized that you were made to do more. You realized that you were put here to do more, and so you didn't just rest in that. You stood in that long enough. You looked around and saw that I need to change my circumstance and my situation. No one else was going to do that for you but you, because no one else put that food in your mouth. No one else put those black and miles in your mouth. No one else put that in you. So the same way now with your podcast, the same way now with your energy level, the same way now with the things you do, no one has to tell you, Kreg, go do your podcast. Hey, go do this. Hey, go do that. No one has to tell you because you're motivated. The same person. Nothing changed but your mindset and your attitude and your willingness. Your paradigm shifted, and then your actions shifted. Right?
That's it.
And so therefore you receive the energy level of that, right? You receive what you were supposed to receive from that. You plant cucumbers, you're going to get cucumbers, right? So the thing about it, you receive what you put in. So you're seeing the fruits of your labor and you love it and it's good and you like what you see. So you're going to do more and more of it. You're going to continue to do those things because it's just a part of you now. Just like that other stuff was a part of you and it was a bad part of you. But once that stopped being a debilitating part of you, again, you let that go. It didn't become a hindrance. It didn't stop you. So as a young man right now, you can still have so much more of your life to live because you didn't figure this out when you were 50. You didn't figure this out when you were 60.